basically I feel energized. I mean, I'm 59 years old and spending a night in jail fucking hurts, but it takes a few days to recover from that. My name is Eric, and I'm a coordinator and an organizer for Extinction Rebellion Los Angeles chapter. Since the climate change has been looming over us the last several decades, every time I would read about it and look at graphs, and it was very clear to me that we were on an accelerating sort of exponential curve, and I became increasingly anxious about it. And finally, only just a few years ago, I have to admit, I just felt like I couldn't sit on my hands anymore, and I had to start doing something. In the middle of the day on April 6th, we walked together to the bank, and we put on lab coats to represent the Scientist Rebellion, and we chained the doors of the bank closed, and we chained ourselves to the doors. So the action was a protest at Chase Bank in downtown Los Angeles. Chase Bank is, as many people know now, the world's largest financier of fossil fuel infrastructure projects. It's because they keep providing money to the fossil fuel industry that the fossil fuel industry can continue to explore these future fossil fuel projects, which are absolutely going to kill us. And so we see Chase Bank as being complicit in the extinction of the earth, extinction of mankind anyway, and most of the species on the planet. The reaction was pretty much immediate. Management wanted us gone right away. We refused. They called the police. The police sent an extraordinary number of officers to the site. I don't know what the exact count was. I did a count, and I have roughly 80. So we're there, and we're chained, and we've been chained up for 4 or more hours, and the police surround us, and they station there's 4 of us, and they stationed 4 officers directly in front of us. And they had, the assault rifles and rubber bullet guns. I think that they tried to wait us out, but we just refused repeatedly to leave the premises. And so they came and surrounded us and cut the locks and arrested us and took us away. It's super powerful because when people see you getting arrested and see that you're willing to get arrested, you appear fearless to them. And that's a very powerful thing. When people see other people acting without fear, it's very interesting to them. And they wonder, what could motivate you? It's not easy for me to do these kinds of things. I'm not a particularly brave person. But I fear the consequences of inaction on climate change far more. I mean, I'm terrified every day at developments. Part of our mission sort of is not only just to take these actions and inspire other people to do it, but also to help people to understand that really that's the only way. If you think benevolent dictators or benevolent oligarchy in our society are going to do the right thing finally when they have to, you're fooling yourself. It's not the case. Everything that we have, everything that we think of as entitlement, say in the United States culture, welfare, Social Security, social services, all those things were bought and paid for on the street with civil disobedience. So if you participate in this now, you're participating in that process. You're participating in the only process that can actually empower you as a regular person in society. It doesn't have to be Extinction Rebellion necessarily, but you have to participate in civil disobedience to some extent. Otherwise, we'll never get change. Basically, you have to threaten power before power will allow anything to change. Right now, the oil companies perpetuate the system that we're in because they're able to. They have the power. They have the money, and because they have the money, they can influence our government and basically own our government. And it's only if we really threaten the system. We really have to make them feel like they're going to lose something before they'll let go and start making changes. And that means a lot of confrontation, and it means a lot of acting outside of your comfort level.